Zombie Apocalypse.
Okay, no, sa past video lecture natin, we discussed the principle of virtual work method. This time, let us try to use the next procedure. Actually, the next principle is the Castigliano's theorem. Okay? So, be ready to be neuralized. Okay, a little background there, no, kung saan nag-originate yung Castigliano's theorem. So, as mentioned here, it is actually the work of Alberto Castigliano, an Italian railroad engineer, who published a book in which he outlined a method determining the deflection or slope at a point in a structure, be it a truss or a frame or a beam. So this method is actually referred to as one of the popular actually, Castigliano's second theorem or the method of the least work. Tinawag siya kasing least work kasi tinitingnan lang natin yung parang assumption ng beam na dependent agad do sa load na ina-apply. Will it be regardless of whatever value? Unlike virtual work method, it is actually a necessity to or a direct condition where you have to apply a 1 unit load or a 1 unit moment. Dito kasi hindi niya tinitingnan kung ano ilalagay mong load, okay? Regardless of the load, the beam will behave, of course, no? So, applying on structures that have constant temperature, of course, there are so many forms and unyielding supports. Yun nga lang, ito yung delimitations, okay? And linear elastic material response. So, therefore, you cannot apply this kapag may mga spring support ka. So, you cannot understand the full nature of the beam. Okay? So, I can say it as a empirical since meron delimitation lang yung paggamit ng Castigliano. If the displacement of a point is to be determined, the theorem states that it is equal to the first partial derivative of the strain of energy. Kasi dito, inoobserbahan na yung rate of work is actually taken from the order of derivative, okay, from the energy itself. So, will it be deflection or will it be rotation? Let us try to find out, or what we call the translation of a particular member or a joint. Okay, si Castigliano, kung mapapansin nyo, medyo magkamukha sila ng virtual work method. Kung dati, that is small n, big N, L over AE. Dito, nagkapalit lang yung small n is being replaced by the partial derivative of the value of big N over with respect to the function of the force P. So, siya yung naging small n, no? In replacement. So, yun nga lang, may definition po paano na pag ginagamit yan, okay? So, yung big N, ganun pa rin po ang treatment. You are to analyze it by force value P. This time, hindi ka mag-apply ng load unit value, just a load value P. No? P talaga, kung pababa or pakanan. Okay? So, internal forces in the member caused by both the force P and the loads on the truss. Okay? Pag kukunin po natin yung totoong delta, actually, will it be X or Y? So, therefore, this will be X or Y. Again, to find for the total resultant deformation, deflection, is equal to the Pythagorean value of a specific joint with respect to x and the y value of the deformation. Okay? Now, let's take a look on how do we assess the next type. What if beams or frames? Okay, for beams and frames, so nangyari, gano'n naman po. Ito yung sa delta, napalitan na naman si small m as partial derivative of m with respect to p. Okay? Okay? So, kung mapapansin nyo, dito rin, yung m theta naman, pinalitan lang po ito na partial derivative of m with respect to the function m prime. Ang pinagkaiba lang po kasi nila dito, yung ito, kuha natin na partial derivative, okay? Through to through to beam frame and truss. However, the treatment inside yung m sa frame and beam and sa n, big N for the truss is you have to set p to 0. You have to set m, okay, or m prime equal to 0. Bakit po? Kasi hindi naman talaga nag-exist yung P, M, and M prime during the evaluation of the beam. ang naging function lang ng P, M, and M prime is just only to locate the least energy that any value can provide within the beam. Para nangyari, siya po yung nagde-define ng physical behavior when be subjected by any types of load or any forms of load or any values of load. So therefore, in the sense of this, you have to set P, M, and M prime to 0 whenever you try to collect all the information by using this integrable equation, and the same time, yung sa taas naman is kung mag-table up na kayo ng values. So yan lang po yung gamit yung principle ni Castigliano's theorem, and then you apply your basic knowledge on partial derivative. So makukuha nyo na po eventually at it will be actually the same answer, no, using visual work method. Okay? So I hope you learned something today. Thanks for viewing. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to hit the like and share button below. Again, our very tradition, you have been neurorized. See you in our next video lecture. I will show you how to use Castigliano's principle, and then let us validate if the answer will be the same with our solve problems in virtual work method. So see you in our next video lecture.